guys, good morning. For me, it's morning right now, and I really like to get into my body right after waking up because I feel like my body feels a little congested and tight. So I like to move it around so I can feel better in my body, and this way I move into my day feeling a little more comfortable. So whether it's morning time for you or not, thank you for joining me for this sequence as we come into some yoga postures. We'll start off first by just focusing on our breath. So we'll close the eyes, bring the gaze inward. Practice reaching the crown of your head up towards the sky. Just feeling into that straight spine. And taking the time to notice how you're breathing in this moment. With your next inhalation, start to lengthen the breath. Inhale deeply all the way to the top of the breath. Exhale, slowly release, let it go. Continue to breathe in this way. Sigh of relief with each exhale. One more time. Notice how the chest expands with each inhalation and how it softens with each exhalation. Maybe lift the left corner of your mouth and the right corner of your mouth, offering yourself a smile for taking just a few minutes to get into your body. Let the tension go. And then we'll start to flutter the eyes open, coming back into the space. On your next exhale, as you take the exhale breath, lower the chin, feel a nice stretch at the back of the neck. And then maybe you start to take half circles with your neck. So as you're moving from side to side, noticing if one side feels more congested than the other. And if so, maybe give yourself a little more time there. When you're ready, move on, even out the sides. Bring yourself to center. Inhale, lift your chin. Gaze is now forward. Take an exhale breath here. Next inhale, fingertips are going to reach up to the sky. Let the palms connect. Interlace the fingers. So the ears are between the biceps. Take your arms to lean over to one direction, and at the same time, keep the hips grounded. On our next inhale breath, we'll lift the arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, take the arms opposite direction. Remember, keep the hips grounded. Just breathe into it. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back to the first side. Taking a second set, maybe getting into it deeper this time. So maybe the bottom arm lowers as you reach through the top fingers. You might even come onto your forearm. Lift the arms up, reconnect. Opposite direction. Maybe on this side, you lower the bottom arm, reach through the top fingers. Feels so good to stretch the side body. As we take our next inhalation, we'll reach the hands up. As we exhale, we'll lower the hands down. So right now we're in a seated position. We'll change the station of our body by reaching the hands forward, lifting the hips, and now coming into a kneeling position. So as we come into our kneeling position, we'll set the wrist under the shoulders, spread the fingers wide. Knees are going to be underneath the hips, ankles in line with the knees. Now giving our spine some attention. As we inhale, we'll let the belly lower towards the mat. And as we exhale, we'll lift the upper back, really creating space between the shoulder blades. Movement is following the breath. Inhale, belly lowers, tailbone lifts. Exhale, lift the back, tailbone lowers. One more round. And then we'll come back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, we'll lift off that right knee. Right toes are connected to the back of the mat. Just press the heel back in a nice calf stretch. Next, inhale, lift the right heel. Exhale, cross it over to the left, toes tap down. Inhale, lift it back to center. Exhale, take the right toes over to the right. Now, pausing here, send the sole of the foot down, curl the left toes, press back. This feels so amazing in the hamstring of the straight leg. You might even feel this going into the hip. We'll lift the hips back to center so that left hip is above the left knee. Uncurl the left toes. Inhale, lift the right toes. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring it back to the mat. Take a full round of breath here. Inhale through your nostrils. Exhale, open your mouth, big sigh of relief. Lift off the left knee. Left toes come to the back of the mat. Press the left heel back. Just hold and breathe. Give yourself time to notice the sensation on the left side. And with our next inhale, we'll lift that left heel. Exhale, cross it over to the right, toes tap down. Inhale, lift it back to center. Exhale, left foot comes over to the left. So thinking in line with the right knee, sole comes down. Curl the right toes. Press the hips back. Getting deeper into the left side. Inhale. Start to back out. Uncurl the right toes. Lift the left leg. Left knee comes under the left hip. Full round of breath from our tabletop position. Inhaling through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, release. Getting into a spinal twist. On your next inhale, lift the right fingers up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, take the right arm behind the left, bend the left elbow, come onto the right shoulder. Now you can lean into that right shoulder to deepen the intensity. Use your energy to push the left hand to the mat, extend the left arm, reach the right fingers up, twisting again. Exhale, take the right hand down. Pause here for a full round of breath. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Inhale, lift the left fingers. Exhale, weave it through. Now we're lowering onto the left shoulder. Right elbow is bent. Leaning our weight into the left shoulder, left side of the head meets the mat. Shoulder stretch and spinal twist. This is called threading the needle. Now using our energy to push the mat away. Inhale, reaches the fingers up. Exhale, take the hand down. Pausing here, full round of breath. Really taking time with your breath. Now looking at your hands, walk your hands one hand placement forward, giving yourself a little more space, still spreading the fingers wide. Maybe you align your hands shoulder distance. From here, curl your toes, lift your hips, and press them back. So this is our downward facing dog. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, you might prefer to bend your knees. If your hamstrings are more open, you can straighten the legs. If you'd like to warm up the legs more, you can bend one knee deeply as the opposite leg straightens. And then try that on the other side. You might even consider rocking the hips from side to side. That feels good in the legs, the hips, and the side body. I can feel that all the way up to my shoulders. And bring the legs to center. And slowly start to walk your hands towards the back of the mat. Once your hands get to the back of the mat, inhale, take a half lift, bring your palms to your shins, reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold, let the arms dangle. We'll take that a couple more times. Inhale is a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Now pause here. Reach the crown of the head forward. Reach the tailbone back, energetically lengthening the spine. And on your next exhalation, fold, let the arms dangle. Remember, you can bend the knees if the hamstrings are tight. Arms can stay dangling, or hands can reach for opposite elbows, framing your head with your arms. Here I like to come back to the alternate knee bends. It feels great in my hips. Now, if you notice that you're holding your head up, let it go. Top of the head pointing down to the ground. An opportunity to let any excessive thoughts just dump out from your head into the mat, into the ground, into the earth. Now, if your hamstrings are really open, you can take your hands to your ankles and then pull your torso towards your legs. What does your body need today? And just focus on being here now, in your body, in your practice. All we need to do is just observe. As we feel into the body, we know which appropriate option or variation is going to work for us today. Now, if you'd like a shoulder stretch, you can take your hands behind your low back, interlace your fingers, press your palms together, lift the fist up, and feel the head coming towards the legs. Nice deep shoulder opener. This one feels amazing. While you're here, switch the grip with your fingers. Lift the fist again. On your next exhale, release the fist down to the low back. Inhale is our half lift. And as we exhale, we'll walk the hands forward. So we're coming back to our downward facing dog. Taking an opportunity for shoulder mobility. As we inhale, we'll shift forward, plank position. Make sure your shoulders don't come past your fingertips. As you exhale, bend the knees, press back, downward facing dog. We'll take that a couple more rounds. Inhale is our plank pose. Exhale, bend the knees, press back, down dog. One more time. From downward facing dog, on the next inhale breath, lift the right leg. This is our three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it towards your nose, step it through, and then lower the left knee down. From here, practice lifting your hands off the mat. If you want to come back to shoulder opening, heart opening, maybe you bring the hands behind your back. If your hands don't meet, you can take cactus arms. Bending the elbows, opening the heart, gazing up. And then as you exhale, take the hands down, uncurl the back toes if they're curled, straighten your right leg. So left hip is above the left knee, right toes are lifted. And on your next exhale, Fold forward, hinging at the hips, deepening the stretch at the right hamstring. And on your next inhale, bend that right knee. Back to our knee down lunge. Exhale, shift the hips back. We'll take 2 more rounds. Movements following the breath. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, send the hip back. 1 more round. Move at your pace. Now that we've completed 3 rounds, we'll come back to our knee down lunge. This is where we'll meet, pressing palms to the mat. Curl the left toes, come off the left knee. As you inhale, use your energy to shoot that right foot back to 3-legged dog. And then exhale, let the right foot meet the mat. Pausing here for a full round of breath. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, set the breath free. Inhale, lift and lengthen that left leg, toes to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it under the body, step it through, and then let the right knee come down. Knee down lunge. Lift the fingertips off the mat, press the hips forward. Remember, you can come into your shoulder stretch. Or, if that's not available, maybe you take cactus arms, a little back bend. Extension for the spine. I love this because I can look up to the sky and the clouds right now and feel a nice deep stretch at the psoas. And then from here, we'll inhale, take the fingertips up. Exhale, take the hands down. Shift the hips back, uncurl the back toes. Lift the front toes. So the left leg is straight now. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward, giving ourselves a few rounds of breath, some time to deepen the stretch at the left hamstring. Taking 1 more round of breath, preparing to move with our breath. Next inhale, we'll slowly re-bend that left knee. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, bend the knee again, movement following the breath. Exhale, send the hips back. 1 more round. And we'll meet at a knee down lunge. If you see me flinching, it's because I have some wasps that really want to join me in my practice today. So trying to kindly let them know that they're not really welcome right now. So with the left knee bent, we'll curl those right toes, come off the right knee. Palms are planted. Use your energy to send that left foot, left leg right back up. And then exhale is going to be back to our downward facing dog. Here, taking a few rounds of breath. If we're tired here, we need a break, especially for the shoulders, we can always come into child's pose instead. This is a really grounded posture. It's a really good one to explore if you have anxiety. Wherever you are, meeting in downward facing dog. And from here, as we inhale, we'll lift up the left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it under the body, step it through. Now, this time, we'll lift the arms. So this is Crescent Lunge. Left knee is tracking above the left ankle. We can press that right heel back. There's my wasp friend, so I'll do some arm movements to shoo him away. Now from our crescent lunge, our gaze is forward. We're going to send that right foot to 90 degrees. So we're transitioning to warrior two. From our warrior two, we'll lower that right hand, reach the left fingers up and back. Keep a bend in the left knee. Maybe the right arm comes behind the back. Inhale. Rotate the arm so now the left forearm comes down to the left thigh. Right arm reaches overhead, extended side angle. Next inhale, come back to your warrior two. Press into that left foot to straighten it, and then turn the left toes same direction as the right toes. So all 10 toes are facing the same direction. Now we're going to turn the right toes to the back of the mat. Bend the right knee. So we're coming into warrior two, but first we're going to pop off of the left heel, come onto the left toes, lift the arms up, find our crescent lunge on this side. So here's an opportunity to press that heel back. And then sending that left foot to 90, setting up our warrior two. Right knee is bent, right knee is tracking above the ankle. Now the left hand comes down to the left leg, right fingers reach up and overhead. Left arm can come behind the back. Gaze is up. Transitioning with the breath. Inhale, take it to warrior two. Exhale, bend the right elbow, right forearm to thigh. Reach the left arm overhead, extended side angle. Long line of energy. Inhale, bring it back to warrior two. Exhale, straighten the right leg, lower the arms. Now bring the right toes forward and start to heel toe the feet towards each other. We'll send the toes out, heels slightly in. So feet are a little bit wider than hip distance. From here, inhale, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Reach the arms forward, bend the knees, start to sit back, and then bring the elbows between the knees, thumbs to the heart center. So if you're on your mat, your toes are going to come to the edges of the mat, heels slightly in, elbows are going to open the knees. This is going to open the hips and release the low back. As you inhale, you might shift weight into the toes. And as you exhale, you might shift weight into the heels. Little micro movements here. Find your way to center. Take your hands down to the mat, lower your seat, and take a breath as you land back into a seated position. Exhale, big release. And from here, just let the legs lower down. Get grounded back into your seat. And just let your hands rest on your thighs. Reach the crown of the head up. Notice how your body's feeling now, just after a little bit of time of movement, this opportunity that you've given yourself to be present, to help shift things physically, emotionally, and mentally by just being here now and focusing on your body, on this practice. There are lots and lots of postures and transitions that the yoga practice offers us. I have many, many, many classes to offer you on this channel. Over 200, maybe closer to 250 now. So if you enjoyed this movement that we took together today, please hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Please leave a comment and let me know if this class was helpful to you, if there's anything that you would like to see, any parts of the body, anything you'd like to learn about. Just drop that in the comments and I'll be sure to create that for you. As we close our practice together today, inhale deeply through the nostrils, taking in all the fresh, clean energy you need. Exhale, open the mouth, releasing stale, stagnant energy. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the thumbs down the midline, connecting thumbs to your heart center. Whatever your day brings you, just be here now. Keep coming back to yourself. Let your eyes flutter open, come back to your space. Anytime you need to come back to your practice, I hope to see you again at my channel. Thank you so much for your presence. I'll see you next time. Namaste.